Alright, hello there. I am Puppo1 and this is AOS Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 Show 9A. How's everyone doing? We're going to start the second 5SCQualifier chance qualifier for the grappling division. So these are the people, and this will be your first time seeing a new character in Tank. So he's going to be one of the characters in this next qualifier. He's a super heavyweight. Yeah. Super heavyweight grappler. When he does tag team matches, it's with the character Trace 17, or as it properly said, T-Race 17. Anyway, let's make sure his stuff is on here correctly as far as his moveset. So he's right here, and we just gotta make sure his stuff is on here. Alright. I'm excited about this character as far as like new characters I created, because he's a super heavyweight, you know. Let's see. And who else? Oh. Right? Yeah. Alright. We got the right characters. I know I do. You know, it's just 4 characters I do. So let's go back on here, and just like we did with the first qualifier, we're gonna look at the moves. Look at the rules, or like that. And let's set it up. Well, yeah. So we'll spend a few seconds on this. Make sure I know the most important things. All right. So on here we have 3 minutes, and it should be 5 minutes. We have 15 points. Knockdowns are turned off. Give up is turned on. Blood is turned off. Time decision stays on. Fail safe stays on. Turn off quick match. Takedowns are worth 2 points. Rope escapes are worth 1 point. And yeah, it's only 1 round. Alright. So with that being said, I think we're just about done. Yeah, that's everything. Let's just double check. See, we got points, the minute, how the points set to take down the rope. Yeah, everything looks to be right. Let's make sure it's on the hardest difficulty. Get this busy, and we can start. So the guy you see in the ring right now, he's a plus 200 kilogram grappler or whatever. So 200 kilograms, for those who don't know, is 440 pounds. And I say he's a plus that, so he's easily over 450. I forget exactly where I put his stuff at, but yeah, he's pretty high up there in weight. About this game, now that I got better quality as far as the matches with the time, it's not going as slow as it used to as far as like how long the matches are now. It's freaking, kind of, too fast, Like I liked it when every second was a second and a half instead of just an actual second. You know, because like these matches, especially these qualifiers, they be ending. And I be like, wait, the match is already over. I was like, because I'm so used to it having more time than that, and I didn't even notice that when I did the what's the name, the what was it, the pay per view number 8. Because before we did show, this is show 9A, so what was previous was pay per view number 8, and like I didn't even notice how quickly those matches were going, but that's because those matches had multiple rounds and shit, or whatnot. Because I did that, and I think show 9C, yeah, because on show 8C, half of the matches weren't, well, not half, but majority of the matches weren't done. Well, no, the majority of them were because what was it? We had we still had we left off on the MMA Fist Spot Chance, that league where everybody has to face each other at least once. And I believe what happened with that was that all the characters or whatever like that, like no, what happened with that was I fucked up and accidentally erased the majority of the characters or whatever like that. No, I think I messed up because I was trying to send the stuff that was on this phone to the other phone, and like I somehow accidentally deleted the characters I had on the game, so I had to recreate everybody, and then once I was done recreating everybody, I think I was able to finish up show 9A. I mean 9C or whatever. 8C, my bad. I was able to finish up show 8C and stuff like that. And then I got a new phone because, somebody in the house lost their phone. They said, where our group playing with Metro PCS, everybody has to get the upgrades and for the phone to be what it is. So like, I couldn't just keep my phone, which is this phone you see right here, and we get the upgrade stuff. We all have to get upgrades. I'm just glad that I got to keep the Samsung Galaxy. I already knew I was gonna be able to keep this phone I got, but I was glad that they had a new Samsung Galaxy that I upgraded to, which is the A13. It's basically the same as this. It just has some improvements to it. Basically, it's the same game or whatever like that. And I'm talking, and Tank is absolutely dominating his opponent right now. Like, there's no chance for a comeback in this. There's no chance for a comeback. Like, I just talked through his whole entire thing. Shit. And I'm pretty sure all his shit was takedowns. So he hit what, 6 takedowns? Jeez. I'm only guessing that because they don't let me know what he did. Dang. Oh my goodness. Yo, cause like to do the with the game to test characters out, I make them go against like certain characters, and like for grappling, it's Volkan who's the current champ, because having my characters try out against each other, like as in test them out against each other, that was like counterproductive to me, because like it made no sense to do that, because like what if I improve the character who I'm trying another character out against? And that's what happened, I believe, at pay-per-view number 7 with Midas, at pay-per-view number 7 with between Midas Punch and Rage or whatever like that. The Savage Rage or whatever. I had did that with those two, and like, cause you go basically best 2 out of 3 when it comes to the title matches and stuff like that. But that's only if the champion loses. The champion wins, he defended his belt. But the champion loses, we do best 2 out of 3 right away, instead of being like, at the next pay-per-view they do a rematch. No, we do it right now because you gotta move it along. You don't need to be waiting around to do it. So I just do best 2 out of 3 right away or whatever like that. Anyway, let's go into the next match. Should be interesting because this is the first one for Show 9A for as far as the grappling division where we're gonna see a shoot wrestler take on pro wrestling style. Pro wrestling and MMA, I mean pro wrestling and martial arts are basically the same type of style, except for one of them has, with the stronger test, has the striking, like the 5 different strikes you can use instead of having 4 more strong front grapples and stuff like that. That's the only real difference that I can tell and stuff like that between pro wrestling and the martial arts style. Shoot wrestling is the only style that's actually like very different than the others and stuff like that. But I will say the 5 different like little strikes that you can do, they do come in handy to me because like it helps with like let's say you don't want to potentially try to do a grapple because your opponent may counter it and use a grapple on you or a reversal of some kind, You can do the strikes where like if you get countered with those, certain strikes don't really get you countered to nothing that can harm you too much. Like if the counter headbutts don't do nothing really. It'll back the opponent up or something, versus hurting them extra badly or something like that. But the freaking counter reverse arm bars and the counter leg submissions and stuff like that. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest of this match. That's the shoot style is pretty freaking brutal on here because like the one advantage you have by having pro wrestling style or martial arts style is like you have way more grappling modes. Like with shoot style, you only have the one back grapple and you have the 2 counter you have for the back grapple or reversals that you have for back grapple and stuff like that. With front grapple, you basically only have 4 moves for grapples and the 5 different strikes for the striking combination, and then you have your finisher and potentially your super finisher. That's it. But with that being said, the shoot takedown that automatically goes into the ground fighting is actually pretty good especially the shoot tackle, then then you transition to that armbar. That armbar is actually pretty devastating, especially if you got your finisher. If you got your finisher and you do the shoot tackle, and then you get into the armbar, you can finish your opponent. But you can also on this game, like even if you pick grappling or martial arts, you can have it set up where you could do the ground fighting and stuff like that with the ground game with the because you got pin, or when you press pin, instead of going for a pinfall, you could go for the ground and pound and stuff like that with the ground game. But you in full mount if they're on their back. If you're on top of them and they're on their back, then you're in full mount. But if they're on their stomach and you're sitting on their back, you got you in the I forget what's called. I guess it's called back control. It could be called backpack or back control, wherever. But you get to do the ground and pound there, and then you could go for the rear naked choke or whatever. The rear naked choke. But like when you got your special, those freaking moves hurt a lot. Those shoot wrestling style submissions from the ground game. Because that's why I call it ground game, because everything else is just regular submissions on the ground. Which they also have as well. Because like only thing difference with shoot style, as I said, is like they got less grappling moves. Like the standing grappling moves, they got way less of them. But when the gang gets taken to the ground, they got the shoot style stuff, and they can get down there with shoot style. Because other characters, wrestling and what's the name, they have to go for the other stuff instead. Anyway, here's the finals of the second 5SCQualifier qualifier for the grappling division. I'm gonna turn it up. I'm not gonna talk at all during this one. Sorry about that. after like the first minute and a half passed, after Tank managed to get one freaking takedown, as soon as he managed to get that one takedown, he just started continually getting takedown. Because like for the first like minute and a half, or almost the first 2 minutes, it was kind of back and forth and pretty competitive and stuff like that. But though, one of the bad things about the takedowns on here is that like that counter takedown with the kick or whatever like that, where you get the single leg slam counter off the kick. That shit also does 2 points for takedown, and like it's just basically the counter move that you use or whatever like that. But like man, that was domination right there. Shit. I thought for a second that like they was gonna make it to the bell and it whoever wins on points. But fuck, he just started going in. I told you. I told you. Oh, that was dominating right there. Like shit. Complete and total destruction right there. He got destroyed. Like, and like the thing is, it was competitive as shit until he got that first 6 down, and then he just took over and just kept on taking them down. I was like, oh, yeah, I like the way the matches are set up now because now they can, we have it with a definitive point system and stuff like that, and it's kind of better, you know. But man, now one thing that still weird me out is that KO division because those damn qualifiers went by too quickly. Went by too quickly. People were winning the matches in the first round and shit. I was like, come on, dude. And like the thing is like I was expecting to be more competitive because only one character wasn't created by me. So I got my characters watching each other and just completely treating the other characters that I created like they're trash. Like, cause we can go back and look at it like, yo, I think in the finals it was Myth, the legend Myth versus Tsunami, the wave of death or whatever like that. That's what Tsunami is, or at least that's what I characterize the Tsunami as, a wave of death. Because I was trying to think of a better nickname. Because I think before I had it as Bear God or whatever like that, and I don't get why I had it as that. Because I was like, he's a tsunami, so I was like, the wave of death or whatever like that. But like, man, that final that final went under a minute. I think it was like 35 or 36 seconds or whatever in the first round. That's how long it took, like 35 or 36 seconds. I'm not gonna say who won because there's no here nor there. I think the second qualifier was a little bit more competitive and stuff like that. I had like a mistake that happened with Rex and Mayhem because no, it wasn't Rex and Mayhem. Mayhem beat Rex in the first round, but like I had accidentally had it set for one round when it should have been set for 2 rounds because the second match was between Striker and Kicker, and like the fight ended after the first round. I was like, wait a minute, it's supposed to be set for 2 rounds, so why are they talking about it's over? So like all of these happened and got messed up. So like I just end up putting Mayhem in the fifth spot chance the Fight for Gold championship for show 10A. So he's in the next qualifier or whatever like that. To make up for the mistakes and stuff like that. This one was actually pretty good right here. Yeah. And it was pretty decent all the way through. The finals for the third qualifier was actually pretty damn competitive, man. It went into the second round, and it was actually pretty freaking good. It came down to the final knockdown, I believe. Yeah, so that one was pretty good. So hopefully the third qualifier is competitive because that seems like the trend. Like the first qualifiers are easy. You clearly can kind of tell who's going to win. You know, if you're not being biased like me. And the second one, it can be sort of competitive with certain matches, but the finals is usually somebody just gets destroyed. And then the third one is usually the most competitive. So hopefully that's the case with this one. All right, so to the next one. Hope you enjoy. Like, subscribe. I'm just kidding. I don't say that. I don't say that stuff because I don't even put too much effort to the videos. But if people start liking them more, I'll probably try to figure out how to put more effort into them with the quality and stuff like that. I know all this stuff is easy to do, but like I don't got the time or patience to be trying to do all that and stuff like that. Especially the copyright with music and all that other stuff. So yeah. So to the next one. Hope you enjoy later.